You're listening to the AstroMommy Daily Horoscope, a forecast that hopes to shine a light in the dark, helping us all see where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. Whether you're a first-time listener or a long-time subscriber, thanks for being here. I truly appreciate you being in the AstroMommy community. I hope you enjoyed today's horoscope and card reading. If you would like to support the AstroMommy Newsletter, there are several ways to do so. Subscribe on Substack, share it with a friend, schedule a reading, check out my family's Etsy shop, Metaphysical Flamingo, or just leave a tip. Without further ado, here is the Daily Horoscope. Moon opposite Saturn and Sun opposite Pluto, and the Hermit reversed. Daily Horoscope for Friday, July 21st, 2023. Good morning, friends. Well, here we are on Friday, and we have the moon making her opposition to Saturn and the sun perfecting his opposition to Pluto. The two lights standing off with the two planets associated with death and darkness. Very intense. Not only that, but over the weekend, the sun will ingress into Leo, and Venus in Leo will station retrograde, officially beginning the next 6 weeks of reevaluation, contemplation, and reassessment of our relationships, values, and finances. All I can say is, buckle up, Buttercup. I will be, of course, posting the weekend report on Saturday morning, but I am also preparing for you all Venus retrograde horoscopes for all 12 signs, which will be posted either on Saturday or Sunday. Okay, let's get into the astrology. On Friday at 2:02 a.m., the moon in Virgo perfects her opposition to Saturn in Pisces, and this is a really touchy transit and is the opening bookend to the day. The closing bookend will be the other luminary, the sun, opposing Pluto. So today could feel really tense as we face our fears head on. The song The End by The Doors comes to mind as we are ending chapters in our lives, preparing for the beginning of the next installment. The moon opposite Saturn can bring up feelings of isolation, loneliness, and abandonment. We could feel that we have to make a decision, and it sucks. We may feel stuck and unable to move in the direction that we want to go. It's also a hectic transit for the important women in your life and indicates a period of hardship, sorrow, or loss. Then the moon conjoins Mars, and we are mad about it. If we've gone through a loss today, the moon and Mars coming together in self-critical Virgo could be feeling explosive, and it may also be aimed inwardly, as the Virgo energy is one of the worst for negative self-talk. It is important to keep in mind that anger and forceful energies are very possible today for yourself and others around you. Be mindful of your steps, driving, and anything that involves risks, as the moon and Mars coming together can represent harmful situations occurring. The moon conjoins Mars every month, but it's not always while Mars is opposite Saturn and the sun is about to oppose Pluto. So all these transits together indicate a heightened level of danger and intensity that we need to be conscious of. At 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the moon in Virgo forms a trine to Jupiter in Taurus, and this is help coming to the rescue. Jupiter in a trine with the moon brings aid, resources, and blessings. I'm so happy to see this transit next because it means that if you are dealing with heavy, tumultuous, and sharp times, Jupiter represents good fortune coming your way to lend a hand. In the evening at 5:20 p.m. Eastern Time, the moon in Virgo forms a semi-square to the sun in Cancer. And this is like after the hard truths of this morning and the help coming in from Jupiter, we now see where we are supposed to go and what we are supposed to do. The way ahead is much clearer, and we can start to make some plans. Right after that, the moon makes a sesquiquadrate to Pluto in Capricorn and the north node in Aries, and simultaneously a semi-square to the south node in Libra. This is pulling more of the skin off of yourself that you started shedding at the beginning of the week. It's part of the process, and it's not that comfortable, but it's necessary. Then the big kahuna transit of the day, the sun in Cancer at the final degree, opposing Pluto in Capricorn at 11:52 p.m. Eastern Time. The sun is representative of our spirit, our mission, our ambitions, our life force, and the plotline of our lives, and Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, regeneration, and survival. When the sun and Pluto come together in the most challenging aspect, the opposition, which is a 180-degree angle, can represent at its most extreme the death of a solar figure, near-death experiences, and crises. This death could be something literal or figurative, like the passing away of some part of yourself that was solar-like, and you have to deal with the grief that comes with that change. On the more positive and hopeful side, the sun opposite Pluto could represent a major personal transformation that changes your direction, dealing with life or death issues that end up being positive and regenerative in some way, and just intense experiences in general. In the world at large, we could see forms of corruption revealed and made public, or a notable death of someone in politics, the film industry, or maybe someone in music committing suicide or something like that. Whatever it is, it has the potential to be extreme, potent, and life-changing. That is the bookend to the end of the day on Friday. Let's move on to the card for the day. What is the guidance for today? 9, the Hermit, reversed. On this card, we see an old man, the Hermit, lifting his lantern that contains a glowing star. He is standing on a snowy mountain carrying a walking stick or a staff. The Hermit upright is the way shower, the lantern bearer, shining the light of his lantern of knowledge and wisdom on the path of life so that others may see the way, looking within to find peace and rejuvenation in solitude. The Hermit also represents approaching the end of a cycle, as he is signified by the number 9, and the 9s in the tarot mark a state of completion before a state of initiation, as well as things coming to fruition, yielding a state of fulfillment and attainment. In the reverse position, this card can indicate that either you or someone you're close to needs to take some time to self-reflect. Maybe things have been challenging or confusing, and it's time to look within for guidance about how to proceed. Or it could mean that you have already been isolating yourself, and it's time to come back down from the mountain and relate with people again. The next step in either instance is reconnecting with others with a much clearer mind, heart, and soul. Let me know if this reading resonates with you in the comments. I hope this is helpful. Until tomorrow, AstroMommy.
Thank you for reading or listening to the Daily Horoscope. Quick links and resources can be found at the bottom of the newsletter. Today's card was pulled from the Universal Waite Tarot deck available on Amazon. If you seek knowledge and enlightenment, the AstroMommy Newsletter may be right for you. Side effects of reading or listening to the AstroMommy Newsletter are common and include joy, jubilation, delight, happiness, gratitude, love, triumph, feeling in tune with the universe, experiencing deep insights, reflections, and contemplations, a lightened soul, a lighter step, feeling awake when others are asleep, illuminated, enlightened, having spiritual experiences, noticing repeating numbers, animals in nature, or songs on the radio that speak to you, getting vibes, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsmelliance, feeling like you know secret language, biophilia, crying tears of joy, emotional literacy, feeling lively, stable, exalted, having an auric glow, or feeling like you woke up on the right side of the bed have all been reported. If you purchase anything through the affiliate links that I provide in the newsletters, I will make a very small commission. Thanks for listening.